Hey, everybody.
Hey,
Welcome back to the JNL Chronicles. We're talking about the last one-on-one for Sisterwives today.
yeah, and boy, did they save the best for last. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Oh, yeah, they did.
Yeah,
We
gosh.
we had
Well, it started off with Christine firmly saying that they're divorced. We're just friends. And then she said, we'll be friends eventually.
yeah, that was really telling.
Yeah,
That tells me they are friends right now.
yeah.
And the thing with Janelle saying that she's on a completely different uh text chat now, that she's not even in the
Oh,
main.
she left the group
Yeah.
text. Oh, yeah. And so Christine says she finally had to make a decision for her heart, and it was done being broken. And it felt freeing,
Yeah.
she said. She tried for so long, doing everything. And when it wasn't working,
Yeah.
uh,
And
it's just, she was in total heartbreak all the time, total jealousy because she could see the other wife having a fully functioning romantic relationship.
yeah.
And it kept going back and forth between them. Cody thinks the rest of the family will have relief over Christine leaving. I
I
think
don't
not.
see that.
I don't see that. Christine is the light of that family. So, um, what else?
Oh, well, uh, a lot of people kind of crap on Robin, and I kind of don't like that, but she came off as a narcissist in this.
Oh, yeah. Robin said um, uh, she won't accept it and she doesn't think they've tried. And she's devastated because she loves Christine. They're a part of Robin's big picture.
Yeah, not their own big picture. No, no, no. Oh, nay, nay. Not their own big picture. Her big picture.
No, no.
Who cares
Not,
about what they want?
no.
It's not what Robin wanted. That irked me.
Yeah.
And I just having some technical difficulties. I don't. Oh, there it goes. Okay, never mind. We are live.
Yeah. Our screen up there said we weren't live for a moment. So
Yeah. Okay, but we are.
that was weird. Okay.
But yeah, that really irked me with Robin saying that. It seemed very
Well, I get it. She wants the plural marriage. She wants the family. She loves Christine. She loves her kids.
yeah,
Her kids love
I get
the
that.
kids. I get that part of it, but she has to see the pain in Christine and
Yeah.
see how better off she is. The way she was breaking down and crying all the time, and she was so unhappy for so long.
And that really goes to the whole uh polygamy being very misogynistic. The women don't really get what they want out of the relationship.
The men do, yeah,
Yeah, and it's sad that she's kind of being ostracized by her community for wanting to be happy.
yeah, yeah,
you know a lot of people divorce when they aren't happy. She was obviously not happy. And with Janelle, I feel like Janelle doesn't even care about having a romantic relationship.
yeah. I don't either. I think they're in a friendship.
Yeah, and
Is
and that's fine. If that's what you want, then that's what you want.
exactly
But
it's
that's not.
whatever the woman wants in a relationship.
But that's not
Which
what Christine wanted.
that's
Christine wanted a romantic relationship.
with
And
one person
Cody
that would
was
love
never
and
going to give that to
treasure
her.
her. Yeah, Cody wasn't going to give it to her.
He only
And
wants to give that to Robin.
yeah, and Cody says that he wonders because he said he knows a lot of polygamous families and they're just fine. And so um, he said he knows that they work, but now he wonders if they're living in this dissonance that he's been living in, and he just doesn't know about it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure there's always going to be an exception to the rule.
Yeah.
And I do feel like there's probably a lot of plural marriages that don't work well because it's all coming from the man down to the women because that's just how it's set up.
He's the man's the head of the family, right?
Yeah, and I sure there's probably some that work really well.
Yeah.
And those ones are probably the ones that are shown as the example to everyone else and been like, oh, look how well this one works.
Yeah, I mean, would you want your heart broken all the time like Christine? I mean, we think she does not deserve that.
No.
She deserves to be happy. So, also, Christine says about the property uh, because she moved to Utah with her kids. Well, the last remaining. Uh, why would anyone want to live on the property, Coyote Pass, with a dysfunctional marriage when there is this slipped out, when there is a fully functional marriage right next door?
That's the
that
problem.
Was very telling.
And who's the functional marriage she's talking about?
Robin.
Of course.
I agree with Christine. She's totally right. Would you want to live jealous on the same property? I mean, I don't know.
I wouldn't.
It like
that sounds like a literal hell that you're living in.
Yeah.
The person that you love and you want to be with is having a fully functional marriage with one.
Yeah.
And treats you like a dog turd.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be in that either.
No. Neither would I. And Cody, he was coming out looking so bad. They showed clips that they hadn't shown from prior seasons, or I think they hadn't shown it. They showed some of them. But when Cody was saying, I give up on plural marriage or something along those lines, and then it went to Christine's interview, and she said, I've tried so long, and now you're saying you just want to give up on plural marriage. And that was just it for her. Him saying that. Because he had been, well, actually, he claims that Christine told him that when they were back in Utah, that she hates polygamy or plural marriage. I don't know which she called it, or he called it. And I don't believe that's true.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
When I hear she had some valid problems because she didn't have an identity of her own. She came in and she took care of all the kids, and they went to work and did everything and lifted a burden off of everybody. So Cody was happy.
Yeah.
Because the burden was lifted. Somebody was taking care of the children and teaching the children at home. This is how I say it. This is just my opinion. And so he's in love with this person that lifted this big burden off of him. So
Well, was he in love with her, or was he in love with what she brought to the table?
the fact that I think it was because she lifted the burden.
Yeah, because she said that she found out later that he wasn't attracted to her when they first met and when
Well,
they first
isn't
got
that
married.
crazy? Christina's always been attractive. Like, don't let his comments get you down, girl.
Well, if it's your husband, I feel that would get you down.
Well, I absolutely would. That's
And it
crazy.
it kind of shows that he wasn't attracted to her because he didn't want to have a romantic relationship with her.
Yeah.
And
But, a lot of it stemmed from uh, when uh, when Christine started having they left Lehigh in Utah and moved to Nevada, and they were on the cul-de-sac, and she had her own house and her own things and her own identity. She had a little bit a taste of what freedom looks like, but she didn't have a partner, and she wanted a romantic partner, and she was living all those years like that.
yeah,
And why force yourself to be unhappy? She tried her best. Why Cody should be mad, but relieved, but mad?
but then there was also the part where the whole thing with oh, once polygamy is decriminalized in Utah, we're gonna move back. Cody was good with that,
Yeah, at one time.
but then when Robin didn't want that, he didn't want that.
Yeah, well, Robin and Mary, like I believe it was Mary that said, or it could have been Janelle. I'm not sure. One of the wives said, if they don't want us, we don't want them. And I think
I
it
think
was
that
Mary.
was it Mary? I think it might have been Janelle.
It might have been Janelle. It was Janelle or Mary. Pardon me. What were we saying?
About going back to Utah.
Oh yeah, about going back to Utah. Uh, but Cody knew when they had that conversation. Uh, he said, "Well, I'll talk to the wives and this and that." He knew he wasn't going to talk to the wives and convince them to go to Utah.
No.
That was never the plan. He lied to her then too.
Yeah.
So he definitely has a problem with uh,
Well, making false promises. 100% making false promises.
yeah.
Because he probably went to Robin and was like, "Hey, what do you think about the idea of moving back to Utah?" And she was probably like, "Utah?
No, my
I'm
son's going to the university here. I'm not leaving.
yeah, my son's going to university in Arizona.
In Flagstaff.
There's no way we're moving to Utah. I'm not moving away from him." But the other wives have to move away from their kids because my kid is going to be here.
Well, the kids came too, but
Well, the adult children though are moving away.
the adult children
And
live
didn't some of
some of
the
them live in Utah. A lot of them, they've lived in different places. Mariah lived in Chicago once, but she's living
wasn't
in
one of them staying in Nevada?
Utah. I don't remember.
I kind of
Yeah,
remember one of them was staying in Nevada, and the one wanted the one that had the wrestling thing wanted to
Gabriel.
he wanted to stay in
He wanted to
Nevada
stay.
with his older sibling.
Yeah,
Uh,
and they said no.
yeah,
Of course. Yeah, they said no.
yeah.
So he didn't
So
want to. He worked really hard on his wrestling scholarship and his things that he was doing, and he was in varsity programs, and it just had a girlfriend. It just everything was looking up for him, but plans changed. Now he's in Flagstaff, and I can only imagine Peyton is a new girlfriend, because I think if the girlfriend from Las Vegas moved to Flagstaff, Cody might know who she is, unless he didn't meet her there either, because she's an adult. She has an apartment.
Yeah. Well,
The girlfriend, so
it doesn't seem like Cody really has any interest in any of the other children other than Robin's children. He's not even willing to go for his daughter's spinal surgery.
scoliosis surgery, yeah.
Yeah. So if he's not even willing to go do that, then
And
why
that
would
was
he?
really painful and hard for her.
Yeah.
That is really painful and hard.
And
We saw a little bit of it. I can't imagine what Christine was going through.
I knew a kid in high school that had scoliosis. It's no joke.
No.
It is painful.
Yeah. Christine said that the moment she started saying no and becoming herself, uh, and not being the happy Christine that will do whatever you want anytime, uh, that'll lift anybody's burden, that it became a heavy lift for Cody to handle then at that point. And then it went back to Cody, and Suki told Cody what Christine said, or they showed him a clip, one or the other. And he rudely says, Suki, I don't want to talk about Christine anymore.
And they went right back to talking about Christine.
Unless it was broken up into weird pieces.
Yeah, but from the way it was edited, they went straight to talking back about Christine
Suki's
again.
Good. She got in more stuff about Christine.
Yeah,
she did good. And Janelle said that she knew that it wasn't working for them, that they didn't have a, she knew about the problems, but each person makes their decision.
Yeah.
And Christine's allowed to make hers. Mary and Robin don't seem to understand it.
No.
And if that's what Mary wants, then I hope Cody gives her all she wants.
Because he ain't giving her much.
No, he doesn't even go visit her. He calls her once in a while. She goes and visits Robin's kids, and if he's there, I suppose she sees him then. But my goodness, a lot of bombs dropped. He did have some self-reflective moments, a couple that we noticed, because he said that first time that she said she was unhappy, he didn't say, I love you, I validate what you're feeling, and do something about it back then. Then later, he goes to, Christine and I were never a good match. We didn't know each other well enough.
It'd be nice if he could make up his freaking mind about this stuff.
Yeah. And then he tries to tell Suki, I'm going between anger and grief. I don't think he's feeling any grief, because he specifically said before that, I think all the family feels a relief.
Yeah.
So
and I haven't heard any of the other family feeling relieved about any of this.
No, because Gabriel, that's Janelle's son, said no diss to any of the moms, but Christine's our primary caregiver.
Yeah.
And that's the way it's going to be. That's the way it is. And so, and Christine calls that a constant. She was a constant in the kids' lives. So she has a special relationship with them.
Yeah.
That I don't think Christine can't stay there just to make Robin happy.
Yeah. You got to live your own life. You can't be you can't live for your husband's new wife.
And that's the truth.
In any other situation, like if this was just uh an ex-wife who's living down the street and not, part of a plural marriage, and they were having to live by their ex-husband's new wife's rule, they would be thought of as a crazy.
Well, Cody claims there is no head housewife and none of the women make the rules, that he makes the rules, which always comes off as, oh, I can't stand it when he says that. He's so misogynistic about it when he talks that way.
Yeah. And obviously he's not in control of any of it, because he always has. We've seen it time and time again when he'll go to Robin with something and she'll turn it down, and he'll start acting like it was his idea.
Yeah.
To not do it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, we should have Mary come and watch the kid while we do this. No, I COVID, blah, blah, blah. Oh yeah, you're right. Even though she's been
quarantined,
isolated.
And he told her she's been quarantined and following all the rules. But then Robin finally did feel comfortable and invited Mary over, and she was so happy. And Solomon and Ariella were really excited to see Mary. They love Mary so much.
She probably let him over because the babysitter couldn't make it.
Oh, no.
It's like, oh, babysitter canceled.
You are being shady, John, tonight. Shady.
I'm just a shady guy. But doesn't that sound like what happened?
Yeah.
Like that sounds like what it would have been. Or something to,
Yes.
Because I don't think Robin acts like she likes the whole sister wife thing.
Well, she grew up in it. I tend to believe she does like it.
Well,
because why is she fighting so hard for it? Why doesn't she just? She knows Christine is gone, divorced, left, new house. Or I don't know if she rents or owns.
Does Christine have
she sold her house?
Children?
Yes, she has Truly.
Remember? So
you forgot about Truly.
Yeah, is Cody gonna have to pay child support?
Well, that's the kicker in that world. The father's not put on the birth certificates because
what?
Well, it's because polygamy was illegal. So if they found out that that man had this family over here with another wife, had children with another woman, another wife, it just couldn't be that way.
So, but if she takes him to court about it, there's plenty of evidence with him talking about it being his kid.
Well, yeah, but I think she'll still have to go through the legal channels.
Oh yeah, but
because and further legal channels to prove that.
Okay, is he going to be a piece of crap and
deny Truly? I don't think so. I don't think he would do that to Truly. Pardon me. I don't think he would do that.
Yeah.
He's a bad husband, but I don't think he would do that to Truly.
I wish I could say I didn't think you'd do that, but
he did that for Isabel's scoliosis surgery.
It's not the first time he's done something like this.
Well, I just don't understand why he couldn't have been there. Oh, and there was a thing on social media that Payton posted. It was like a little short, I don't know, 10, 15-second video, or what I saw of it was Payton wearing a t-shirt that said, "What does the nanny do?" Payton is Christine's oldest son.
What does the nanny do?
This is still a mystery. What does the nanny do with two parents home? What does the nanny do? And her children are older teenagers.
And
Her
like I
oldest
just
is in
said,
college.
the reason
What
she
does the
let
nanny
Mary
do?
the reason she let Mary over was because the nanny couldn't make it.
Shady, shady man.
Oh, anyone
But
out there,
I can't say you're wrong.
if you disagree with me, let me know. If you think that the reason she let Mary around again was because she just felt like she wanted Mary around again, then show me some evidence. But other than that, I have to go with the nanny couldn't make it. So
Yeah, we'll never know on that part. It'll just be speculation, but that's good speculation. That's a good hypothesis. Man, what do you remember any other
oh,
bombshells?
Christine's getting her own show.
Oh yeah, we heard that TLC is giving Christine her own show. Which yay, go Christine.
That's going to be great.
Yeah.
I wonder
Christine's
what kind of
the
show it's
best.
going to be. Is it going to be like her dating or just a reality show about her?
I don't know, but anything with Christine I'll take because I I'm a Christine fan.
And how long now? Because the ball of yarn has started to unravel. Do you think one of the other wives is going to follow? And
I think Janelle is happy. I think Janelle is. This is pure speculation on my part, my opinion. I think she's over being intimate with somebody. I think she's sees
Okay.
them as good friends. One second, sees themselves or sees her and Cody as good friends, and that's enough for her because they've raised the kids already. Janelle has no. Well, Janelle's daughter, youngest daughter. How old is she? She's in high school, right? Is she a senior? I forget. They don't show her an awful lot on screen. Um, I've seen more of the other kids than I've seen her. Um,
Okay, I understand what you're getting at. That she's happy with the place she's at. She doesn't need Cody as a intimate partner. That she's
because
not
she's
looking for
very
that.
independent.
But is she happy living a life where Robin dictates where she lives, uh, how the family gets together? Is she gonna stay happy with that? Because she didn't follow Cody's lead with the holidays. She went with Christine to Utah.
Yeah, she did. Oh, she did say there was another bombshell dropped. It's kind of a little bombshell, but she said that she's having problems. Um, uh, she doesn't want to take sides. Christine loves Janelle and Christine love each other. They've had a long relationship, 25 plus years, or at least 25 years, almost 30 years.
Yeah,
and
she doesn't want to take sides, but I feel like she's going to take a side. I think she's going to choose Christine's side because how much longer
because
can she?
Because her grandchildren are or grandchild is in
Utah.
Utah
Yeah.
with her daughter
Do
and
you
her
think
daughter's
she's
husband.
gonna? Do you think she wants to live in Nevada to be near Robin's son?
Flagstaff, you mean Arizona?
Yeah. Do you think she wants to live there to be close to Robin's son?
No, but we should get away from blaming things on the kids here.
No, it's not blaming the
not,
kids.
It's not his fault.
Blaming Cody and Robin.
He got into university in the Flagstaff. Good for him.
Oh yeah, that's great for him.
Yeah.
He's not the one that made the decision for the family to all move there. It was Robin not wanting to leave her son, which I understand. But they've all had to make that sacrifice.
Yeah, and Christine sacrificed so much. She said so in the interview. Um, that'll be on TLC tomorrow night. We have Discovery Plus, so we got to see it a day early. Um, she just said she was so tired of being unhappy. And oh, and then Cody says, I didn't tell her there would never be another intimate. How do you put it?
Oh,
Because she
I never
said,
told her that we were never going to be intimate again. And then Suki said, "Oh well, were you planning on ever being intimate again?" Oh, probably not. It's like,
I believe Christine.
So if it's true, and you're saying, "Oh well, I never said it." Well, maybe you didn't say it exactly that way, but you said it in another way that gave that exact impression, which happens to be the truth.
Yeah.
So how can you say she's lying when it happens to be 100% true?
Yeah.
Oh, she said it differently probably than the way it was actually worded. So semantics.
Yeah. And I'm sure Christine will find it easy to move on.
Oh yeah.
Because she's a great personality. Anybody would have fun with her that went out with her.
Yeah, she's not gonna have any problems.
Yeah. Christine's
she's a likable person.
Yeah.
I feel like Cody might have some issues if he tried to go back out on the dating scene.
Oh yeah.
Because how are you supposed to find a woman who wants to live under Robin's rule?
Well, and well, I can only see it happening if one of the fans of Cody's wants to get married. Now Robin is going to understand the years apart wives are if Cody has another.
Question. If Cody had another, would the new one take Robin's spot and Robin drop down?
I don't know who would become basement wife then. That's
because
their terminology.
It seems like he raises the youngest, prettiest one in his eyes to the top. I think that would be a very sobering experience for her.
Yeah.
But I don't think Cody wants to be a plural.
No, he said that he's doubts polygamy now.
Which, great. And to be fair to Cody, it has to be exhausting to be pulled in so many directions all at one time. It has to be hard. Yeah. I'm not gonna deny that that it's hard. Yeah, but it's something he should have never taken on in the first place, or at some point he should have said, you know what, this isn't working. Nobody in this relationship is happy.
Right.
I've got four miserable wives that are miserable. Oh, I'm miserable.
Remember, he said, I've got 2 wives on the verge of.
Yeah. Who's the second wife?
Now, who is the second wife? I want to know. He said, what he said was, I've got 4 miserable wives. Yes. What did he say when Suki asked her about that?
He said that 2 are standing on the bridge with torches.
Wanting and deciding whether to throw the torch into the water or burn the whole thing down. My God. Wow.
I think that bridge is getting burned.
Yes.
Now, is he talking about Mary, or is he talking about Janelle? It could be either one, quite frankly, because both of them seem miserable. Mary,
well, actually, Janelle's fairly independent.
Yeah,
but her kids have a devotion to Christine that can't be
Yeah.
broken because Christine raised them.
And I feel so sad for Mary
Yeah.
because she's obviously so puppy dog in love with
With Cody,
Cody,
yeah.
but Cody wants basically nothing to do with her.
Yeah. He doesn't even visit her. He said he calls her once in a while. What kind of
Once in a
relationship is
while.
that?
That's the type of relationship you have with a high school acquaintance.
Yeah. Hey, Mary, are you feeling all right? Yeah? All right. Bye. Is that the extent of their conversations? Cody gets on my nerves too.
He
Oh my goodness.
that guy he just needs to
He's just irkable, if that's a word. He's just,
yeah.
he's,
There's
he's
there's
irkable.
always been something about him that kind of has made me cringe.
Yeah, I'm the one that makes the rules. No wife rules me. No,
Except for Robin. Robin
well,
100% does.
that's what we all suspect, but
It's
that's
not
just
just
our
it's
opinion.
not just speculation. It's visible.
Well, yeah.
And I don't know. I'm glad Christine's getting her own show.
Yeah, me too.
I'm glad
I
she's
hope it's
moving
true.
on. I'm glad that she's getting away from it all. She's going back home with her family.
Hmm.
She's not going to be in that toxic relationship anymore.
Yes, she's gonna finally be able to breathe. She's gonna be so much happier.
Yeah. And I think Mary needs to just leave him and find
Yes.
someone to be happy with because
Yes.
she was already on that road.
Well, you know, she does have all her friends in that LuLaRoe, which is an MLM, multi-level marketing.
Yeah.
It's, but
Pyramid
that's what she
scheme.
does. Yeah, that's what she does for a living. And she has a lot of friends in that community. So I think they fulfill something for her that she doesn't get out of her marriage,
She
which
gets
is
nothing out of her
sad.
marriage.
Well,
She
she gets a
occasionally talks to her
she gets a
husband.
phone call. You doing all right?
Oh,
Yeah.
and she gets
Bye.
to watch Robin's kids when the nanny isn't around.
Shady, you are shady.
It's true.
That, well, it's good shade. You're all right. That's good shade. But yeah, those are the bombshells that were dropped. Uh, have my
And
notes.
yeah, and once the show comes out with Christine, we'll definitely be talking about that one because that's gonna be interesting. I just can't wait to see
That'll be a game changer
if it's
for them.
her dating because she said right now she's dating herself.
Yeah.
She's
Well,
getting
she's
to know
newly
and love
divorced,
herself.
so yeah,
Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense.
that's
She
healthy.
needs to fall in love with herself again.
It's healthy to take time for yourself after
Absolutely.
a long toxic relationship.
She's doing it the right way.
Yeah.
For
And the
sure.
matter of fact that her dad,
Her dad, and she comes from a polygamous family, said, "How long are you gonna take this for?
yeah,
And do all this stuff?
and he was the
Not
head of the
doing anything for
church.
yourself." Was he the head of a church?
Yeah.
Oh,
Cody said that when he went to Christine's dad when he was courting her, he was the head of the church.
oh wow. See, so even Christine's dad, who's a polygamist, wanted her to get the heck out of there.
Yeah.
If that doesn't say something, I don't know what was or what does, because I don't know, what do you call that person? Is that like a holy man or a preach or a pastor or an evangelist? I'm not sure what the terminology would be.
I don't know what it is in the Mormon church.
The fundamental Mormonist church.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't either.
I wonder if he wears the magic underwear.
You are coming with all the shade tonight, boy. Magic underwear. I didn't even know what that was until he told me.
Yeah, it's weird.
You know, there's a channel out there with two young people. With two young people that talk about all these Mormon things that
Yeah.
really don't make any sense. They're like college age, but I forget the name of the channel.
Well, when I was in high school, I had a friend who was Mormon, and he
Mormon or Latter Day Saint, they're different.
I think it was
One's fundamental and the other is not.
well, he told me that in order to not have to go on the Mormon mission, he had to join the army.
And did he join the army?
He joined the army and he went to Iraq.
See, their kids didn't want polygamy either. I remember Robin's oldest, I mean, not Robin's, Janelle's oldest daughter saying, I don't like this religion. I don't want it. I'm not going to live it.
Yeah.
I want to join some other church group to make friends. I don't want this religion. I'm never going to live that way.
It says a lot when someone is willing to go to Iraq rather than go on his Mormon mission. And mind you, this was right after 9/11.
Wow.
This was like right when the war was ramping up. He joined the military.
Oh, wow.
And he was not one to be pro-military or pro-government, but it was either that or go on a Mormon mission.
Oh my
and he said, I'd rather go and possibly die and be able to drink Coca-Cola.
They can't drink Coca-Cola?
They can't have caffeine.
Oh. Well, I guess that's what the decaffeinated Coke is for?
I guess, but that's just...
Does it taste the same?
Yeah, but it doesn't,
pep you up. No. I've never drank Coke to pep me up, so I don't know. I don't even think Mountain Dew peps me up, and isn't that the soda with the most caffeine?
I think at this point we're just so highly caffeinated that it just doesn't do anything to us anymore.
Oh. Yeah. That was probably why I couldn't get to sleep when I was a kid.
Yeah, probably.
But yeah, lots of bombshells for you guys tomorrow when it airs on TLC. Like I said, if you have Discovery Plus, you get to see it a day early, which is how we saw it. And
which, quite frankly, Discovery Plus is the service is really good.
Yeah.
You get all the Discovery
True
Channel,
crime,
TLC, ID, Science Channel,
Magnolia Channel. So many. It's really worth my money, personally.
Yeah. And it's cheaper than a lot of the other streaming services too.
And it has my TLC shows. I watch Jazz. Oh. Kiva. Oh, she has Discovery Plus. Literally just remember it. I know. Sometimes I forget it's there too, Kiva. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Everybody come get this commentaries channel. She's great.
Yeah. And I know it sounds like we're doing an advertisement right now for Discovery Plus, which we aren't. But if Discovery Plus wants to do paid commercials on our channel, go right ahead.
Well, you set it out there. We'll see if you manifest it one day.
Well, I feel like they probably see all the YouTube channels doing their content, and they're just like, oh, yay, free advertisement.
Discovery Plus really is endless entertainment.
It is.
There's always something to watch. But, yeah, lots of bombshells for you guys tomorrow. And we get to see a rare side of Cody where he actually looks like he understands.
And actually has a few moments. Yeah, has a moment of clarity, which goes away very quickly.
Yeah.
And he starts blaming her for everything.
Oh yeah, he blamed her. Cody had the nerve to blame Christine for him not thinking polygamy was great anymore. And I was like, wait a second. I paused it. I said, did he just blame Christine for
not wanting to be a polygamist?
when he just sat at the table? I don't think I believe in polygamy anymore. I don't want this.
Yeah.
And and John said, yeah. And I rewound it and listened to it again. And yeah, he blames her for everything. Sis can't get a break.
It's probably
she really can't.
It's probably her fault he's losing his hair.
Shady moment after shady moment with you tonight.
I'm sorry. You're what? Almost a 50-year-old man? Get a freaking haircut, buddy. Like, seriously, your scraggly ass long hair it's not a good look. No one thinks it's good. Nobody thinks it's good. And he bleaches it. Come on. You're a grown-ass man. I'm not
he
saying
likes his locks, I guess.
I'm not saying anything that everyone else isn't thinking.
Well, yeah.
If you disagree with me, let me know.
Yes. Yes. That had me going too. Oh my gosh, please. But you're right. I never thought about it, but that's totally bleached.
Yeah.
Until you said it.
Yeah.
Shady pants.
I happen to know what blonde-haired men look like. When you're a little kid, I had blonde hair. When you get older, it darkens. That's just how it is. You don't get that color naturally.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's bleaching it.
Oh, wow. Wow. He spends too much time on his hair and not enough time on his marriages.
Yeah.
Because all Christine wanted was a little love and affection. How could you not have love and affection for Christine? She's great. She's fun. She's got a great personality.
Yeah.
He's missing out. And Christine, move on, girl. Be lucky he's out of your life. I think she knows how lucky she is now that she moved to Utah and left him.
She's had a taste of freedom, and she's just gonna gobble it up.
I saw the look on her face. She wanted to break out into smiles lots of times.
Yeah.
And you could tell it was because, she wanted to say more, but she was keeping it in.
Yeah.
And then trying to keep it respectful.
Yeah.
But I think what do you think the biggest, now that we're at the end, what do you think the biggest bombshell was tonight?
The biggest one. I don't know about bombshell, but the biggest WTF moment was definitely him blaming her for not wanting to be a polygamist.
WTF moment for
that was sure. That was the biggest shocker to me.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think Christine's realizations about the marriage and when it was over for her and all that, I think that was the biggest bombshell. Yeah. And Robin, move on. Christine is not going to live her life for you. She's so much older than you. She has many adult children. Her family is in Utah. She's happy. Leave the girl alone.
Yeah. And whoever the other wife is with the torch, burn that damn bridge.
Burn it down. I would. Or no, is that the noise to put something out? Okay. I made the wrong sound effect.
All right. Well,
it was great having you all here.
Yeah, that's about,
especially.
Yeah, that's about all I can talk about this subject tonight. I need to not think about Cody Brown for a night. But
Yeah.
I really also can't wait until next season to see what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because not all going to be sunshine and rainbows now that
Oh, thanks. I'm glad you enjoyed it. That means a lot.
yeah.
That means a lot.
It's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows now that Christine's gone. Even though that's probably
Night, Kiva.
night, Kiva. Have a great
See you,
night.
girl.
It's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows now that she's gone. Even though
Yeah.
that's what Cody's probably thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah.
Now we know. Well, the people that don't have Discovery Plus, now you know what's going to be on the episode tomorrow. That's a little teaser for you.
Or if you're watching this tomorrow,
oh yeah, you watch it tomorrow.
Yeah.
People might think this is just speculation about the third.
Oh yeah,
episode.
They might.
Because they might not know you can see it on Discovery Plus.
Yeah.
It was great having you all.
Yeah.
Here.
Have a great night. And
peace. We're out.
Peace and burn
that bridge to the ground. Wife, whoever it is.
Burn it down.